Back to life, back to reality.
Box office.
Yo, it's your boy Mr. Box Office from Mr. Box Office TV, back with another video. Brighton 3, Tottenham 2. And we've done it again, Tottenham fans, again. We do it again. Like I told you before, I know about my club and that's it. Even though the first half looked very, very good, it actually got me off my seat a little bit, the way that we were playing. The football we were playing was really good, scintillating. The team was well drilled, and that was it. The passing, the intercept passing, and the way that we were pressing Brighton, we really had them on the ropes, and that was it really for me. But unfortunately, in that second half was everything that I said before, that I had problems, and I'd said in my last video, there was something missing. And like I said in another channel, I said 4 words. One that's got 2 words in it: arrogance and swag, composure and leadership. But we'll get straight into it, because we'll get into why I say those all 4 words and that's it. But when we look into the first half, we started very well. It was kind of a great example of that was Werner coming in from the left, and then he puts a ball in too fast for Johnson, but you could see straight away Tottenham were just right on the button straight away, showing that they weren't there to mess about. They were looking there to just let's get straight to business and that's it. And Brighton couldn't handle us. They couldn't handle us at all. We looked like we were the dominant side that wanted to go out and do something, try and get on the ball, trying to impose ourselves, impose our Postecoglou style. And we did do very well. Maddison was getting on the ball more. Kulusevski was causing so much problems, getting around the pitch. Bentancur was playing the ball a little bit about. And you could see that there was a little bit of danger. One thing I will say, because it was the same team that played against Manchester United, you can see why they like Solanke. You see why Werner does make sense on the left, because he does help us the way that we play. And I think that was really the reason why we will get him through a few times as well, because he does work the system very well for Ange Postecoglou, and that's it. And it was example in that first example, the first minute when we scored that goal. When the first half went on even more, Tottenham Hotspurs were still getting into the game, even though Brighton were having chances. And it combinated in the cross from Johnson straight into Werner's path, and then and he headed it right into the back of the net. But it was kind of a scramble in the back of the net, and Maddison was the one that had the last touch. Unfortunately, it was ruled off for offside. But then only a few minutes later, Tottenham Hotspur then go on to another break again. It was from Maddison getting the ball back from Brighton's attack, trying to attack us. He puts the ball into Solanke, and Solanke holds up the ball really well, puts a nice little ball into Johnson, and Johnson just puts it low into the corner, and that's it. That's 6 in 6 for Brennan Johnson, and showing the impressive play that Tottenham Hotspur were doing throughout the game. The control that they had, even though Brighton did have little spells, still Tottenham felt like they were more in control, and that was it. And it was culminating in that goal. Solanke was showing exactly why Postecoglou taking him as an option than Ivan Toney. He works very hard for the team, and he really has affected the game of Johnson, and why Johnson has been scoring the goals that he's been scoring, and that's it. Then we go on to this, even more to the first half. But unfortunately for Tottenham, but unfortunately for Brighton had a chance. Matoma, who really was very impressive in this game, got through on the left, getting through, causing a lot of problems to Poro, who had a very much indifferent game, I have to be honest, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Matoma crosses in the ball, puts it through to Welbeck, and Welbeck, he completely messes it up. toe pokes it and doesn't put in the back of it. It puts it completely wide. Doesn't even test Vicario. It was really a good chance that really, unfortunately for Welbeck, it didn't do enough for it, and that was it. And that was kind of a crucial chance to make it 1-1. And that was crucial in the fact that Tottenham Hotspur later on in the first half gone on to score another goal. This goal was very good because it was from Tottenham's play from out the back, and that was it. Maddison's ball into Solanke. Solanke holding up the ball so he can pass it over to Werner. Werner, who holds up the ball very well, looks, and Maddison coming in just that half space in the middle, just behind the box, and he just gets it, shoots it, and then for Werner Bremen, he fumbles the ball. It goes in the back of the net. 2-0 Tottenham, and Tottenham Hotspur looking like very, very scintillating, very good, and really a good finish to the first half. That looked very good for Tottenham Hotspur. The movement was very good as well. You saw a lot of movement from Kulusevski on the right, trying to get crosses in as well during the first half. And I think that goal summed it up perfectly. Again, showing the benefits of having someone like Solanke holding up the ball, who works hard for the team as well. And he was one of the main reasons for me that Tottenham Hotspur were 2-0 in the game, and that was it. So we were like a Rolls Royce going through and not even looking back, and that's it. And Brighton just looked like they had the handbrake on, just couldn't know what to do. They were on the retreat, and that was it. And we were looking in confident going into the half time. Not to mention, though, there was even one more chance for Welbeck, though, showing that we were still weak at the back, and that was it. Welbeck had a chance when he had the chance to shoot right in the goal, but unfortunately just went into Vicario's hands and he saved it, and it was an easy save for him, and that was it. And that was it for the first half time, and that was it. And then we went into the second half. Me being very impressed by what I saw. It was a very good first half. The thing that I really noticed was that there was lots of great movement from Tottenham Hotspur. Very good, great movement, great ways of everyone was moving into different directions, causing a lot of problems. Also, the pressing was very good, but Tottenham have been very good pressing-wise in the last 5 games, or last 6 games. So that they've really worked well on that. And it was just, the movement was the impressive thing for me in that first half. It was just then the second half where things started to ravel, unfortunately, for Tottenham Hotspur. And it really started with the goal which Brighton scored, which was Mita who scored it in the second half. It was a cross in from Matoma, and then unfortunately for Adoji who made the mistake not clearing his lines, and Meta just put it straight in the back of the net. Also, I have to mention as well, even though I've given him a lot of praise attacking wise and should be more further up the pitch in the final third, Poor again was getting done by Matoma, and you could see it in the first half. He was just he lacked that defensive solidity, lacked that defensive mindset, and that's why I kept on saying that you just need to put him up the field, because for me, he was one of those. When he's up the field, he was crossing the ball, and he was more dangerous in the final third, and he was causing Brighton more problems because of his precise crossing ability and his ability to be dangerous and clinical in the final third. But unfortunately, defensively, Matoma was just giving him the runaround, and that was it, unfortunately. And it gave him the runaround for that first goal for Brighton, got them back into the game. And there was alarm bells sitting there saying to me, this is a test now. This is going back to what I said before, because we saw this against Leicester City, and we saw this against Newcastle, and we saw this against Arsenal. When the things go wrong, when the going gets tough in the game, where's the composure? Where's the leader to try and put the foot on the ball? That's why I said we needed a Locatelli, a Matt O'Reilly, someone like a Goodwin, someone that is going to put their foot on the ball and just say, let's slow this down. Let's stop this momentum. Because when Tottenham had momentum in that first half, you could see that it was just like a steam train, just keep on going straight. But unfortunately, there was no leaders in the team or no one with composure to say, put the foot on the ball and say, let's just slow this game down. Let's slow it down and just get the momentum back so we can catch our momentum to try and get back into this game. But unfortunately, we didn't do that. And then it got worse. Tottenham couldn't stop the momentum of Brighton. It started with Matoma having a shot, but it was saved by Vicario. But unfortunately for Tottenham, they didn't keep them out any longer, because it was then on 58 minutes. Unfortunately, Espanyol find the ball to Matoma in the middle. He puts a lovely pass onto Junior Ruta, and Ruta just puts it in the back of the net. 2-2 for Brighton. They got straight back into the game, and all that hard work that Tottenham Hotspur did during that first half was undone, and that was it. And then more Brighton were on the front foot. They were up. The crowd were up, and you could see Tottenham's heads were going down. There was no substitutions from Postecoglou, nothing to change it. There was no one shouting at anyone saying, what's going on? No leaders in the team, like I said before. One of the 4 words that I said. No arrogance or swag to say, put their chest out and say, well, we're Tottenham Hotspur. We know how we play. We need to just get back into this game and get back to the style that Postecoglou's taught us, I was told. But there was nothing like that. And then it went even to be even worse for Tottenham. But Toma again causing even more problems in the defence, causing lots of havoc. Then puts it through to Welbeck again, but his shot is blocked. But again, Tottenham Hotspur at bay any further. Ruta, who from a Van Herman foe, gets through Udogie, gets through Werner, and even gets through Bentancur, who I questioned straight away, puts a cross in, and Werner, Welbeck has just got free header in the back of the net. Again, showing why we can question Romero, because it was on his side and he just let him go. Again, showing the fragility in our defence. Udogie in that second half, even though he had some positives last week when we beat Manchester United, showing the fragility that he has when it doesn't go right. Again, showing his youth ability, being a young player, still have those mistakes in him defensively. And again, showing Tottenham Hotspur, again, leadership, composure in the game. When it does go wrong, it goes completely wrong, and that's it. Again, showing why we're called Spursy, and that's it. So, and then after that, Tottenham Hotspur were on the back foot completely. Then you're thinking Tottenham have to make a substitution. Still no substitutions. Tottenham were not making any inroads in trying to attack. You're not seeing the likes of Johnson. You're not seeing the likes of Kulusevski. You're not seeing the likes of Bentancur. You're definitely not seeing the likes of Maddison. Where's Moreira? Solanke was nowhere in the second half, I mean. Nowhere in the second half. All the players completely went into their shell. And all that confidence that we got from the Man United game in the last 6 games, completely evaporated, and that's it. Yes, Postecoglou made substitutions, bringing off Werner and bringing off Bentancur, bringing on Benzema and bringing on Sarr. But there was no change to the second half, no change momentum, that's it. Udogie had a chance, hit it straight at the goalkeeper. We tried even bringing on Mikey Moore. Did nothing. It looked like a little boy, and Brighton completely, like little boy trying to compete with men, and that was it. No one was trying to help him, and that was it. And it just summed up why I had my doubts in the first place about Tottenham Hotspur. And that's it. The 4 words I said just now: arrogance and swag, composure, and leadership, all was highlighted in that game. When it was all going well for Tottenham, when the momentum was all there, we played very well. And I even admit it as well, it looked very good. I was impressed. Still not changed about Ange Postecoglou. No, I still don't like him. I'm still Ange out all day long because he's no change to anybody. I even say this: he's like the side of Mourinho. He's like another side of Mourinho, and that's it. Just the attacking side of Mourinho rather than the defensive side of Mourinho. The manager like a Mourinho, and that's it. And for me, it typifies why we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything after that. We didn't do anything in that second half. Brighton looked very comfortable after they got the 3rd goal. And when the full-time whistle went, we saw Postecoglou, and he looked shell-shocked. He looked disappointed, and he looked like, here we go again. Same Tottenham, different day, and that's it. And that's what I've been saying. But when people were telling me that I was negative, I need to believe, I saw people in the comments, which I thank you for your comments. Keep on coming, keep on coming. But these days show you why the main event, the Mr. Box Office, the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, the ratings killer, says what he says because he knows the truth. And if you get rattled by it, there's nothing really else I can say, and that's it. Like I said before, Tottenham Hotspur, I have to see it. Games like this should have been sewn up very, very quickly, but we didn't sew it up. We got lucky against Man United because Man United are not playing well at the moment. They're in a very, very bad patch. Ten Hag's under pressure massively. The teams that we were playing, like Karabag, like Ferocious Rafos, they up front didn't have the killers to score and to punish us. And unfortunately for Tottenham today, Brighton had the killers to just punish us in defence. It's shown again the fragility in our defence. Poro was awful in defence today, defending wise. Adoji in the second half, terrible second half. Romero losing his man again. The midfield weak. Exactly why I said we didn't improve when we sold Højbjerg, and we didn't improve when we sold Lo Celso. We didn't get somebody better than Lo Celso. Didn't get anybody better than Højbjerg. That's why I said I'd rather have Højbjerg back in my midfield, because I don't trust the likes of Bentancur. I don't trust the likes of Kulusevski in midfield. And I don't trust Maddison. When the going gets tough, it's not good. They don't stand up. They don't stand up in the main chain. And this is what is going to determine us winning trophies. And that's it. So that's why I say what I said. Because we have not improved on those players that are going to stand up when it goes wrong. Change the momentum. You saw that with Arsenal. Arsenal, there's no surprise where Arsenal keep on getting back whenever they're down. Because they've got leaders in the team, they've got players that have got composure in the team to say, let's put our foot on the ball and let's start again. And we'll get back into this game. And they've got back how many times? Against good teams. Because they've got the right sort of player to get back into their game. And that's it. We're like a steamroller. We get steamrolled every single time when the going gets tough, and that's it. But this is the fragility that we keep on seeing. Spurs of Spursy, and that's it. And that's all I need to say. And until I see it, I can't change my mind, and that's it. But this is no surprise to me. This is never going to be a surprise to me. I'm going to get people in the comments saying to me, I'm going over the top. Oh, you've got your moment now, haven't you? But no, I told you. I told people. I told people about this already, but you just choose not to listen. But I can't back it up, I said, with stats. Well, I don't need stats when I've got that to prove it to me, and that's it. And I've got the years to prove it, and that's it. Like I said before, truth hurts coming from Mr. Box Office, the main event, the professor of truth and entertainment, the ratings killer, the people's champion, and everyone's guilty pleasure, and that's it. And if you don't know, get to know, and that's it. I'll leave it there because I've got a lot more to say, and that's it. It's embarrassing because one of my videos was going to be about what's the difference between Tottenham and Liverpool. Are Liverpool Tottenham in disguise? Well, on that performance, you know that we've got no comparison to Liverpool, and that's it. That's all I need to say, and that's it. Keep liking, subscribing. Enjoy the 2 weeks off. And then we're going to go back to the madness again after international break. And as always, everybody, as we all know everybody, and that's it. If you didn't know, get to know. Support your boy, Mr. Box Office. Subscribe and like. And come on, you Spurs. And I'm out.